In 1959, a woman visited her mother's grave. She took a few pictures, and while the film developed, one of the photos showed something sitting in the back seat of the car. Someone who wasn't alive anymore. Mrs. Mabel Chinnery had gone to the cemetery with her husband to visit her mother's grave. She brought her camera and took a couple of photos for the family album. Her husband waited alone in the car. When Mabel was walking back, she turned her camera and took one quick, casual shot of him sitting in the driver's seat. She didn't think about it again. When the film was developed, one picture instantly stood out. Behind her, in the back seat, was a clear face of a woman wearing glasses. Her mother, the same woman they had just visited at the cemetery. A photographic expert examined the print. He checked the negative, he checked for reflections, he checked for double exposures. After a detailed analysis, he concluded, it wasn't a reflection, it wasn't a mistake, it wasn't double exposure. The figure was actually present on the negative, meaning whatever appeared in that back seat was sitting there at the moment the photo was taken. To this day, no one can explain it. Not the clarity, not the angle, not the fact that Mabel recognized the person instantly. So the real question is, did her mother follow them from the gravesite, or had she been there the entire time?
In 1936, 2 photographers were hired to shoot Raynham Hall, a huge, centuries-old mansion in Norfolk, England. They expected elegant architecture. Instead, they captured one of the most famous ghost pictures ever taken. And the ghost belonged to a woman who was never supposed to leave that house. Lady Dorothy Townsend lived there in the early 1700s. Before marrying Charles Townsend, she was rumoured to have been involved with another man, something her husband never forgave. According to official records, she died in 1726. But according to the people who actually lived near Raynham, her funeral was fake. The rumour was this: Charles locked Dorothy away in a distant part of the mansion. She died there, alone. Her spirit never left the house. Over the next century, guests kept seeing a woman in a brown satin dress drifting through the halls. King George IV claimed she stood beside his bed. Colonel Loftus saw her twice, glowing pale, with empty eye sockets. Captain Frederick Marryat saw her holding a lantern when she grinned at him in a diabolical manner. He fired a pistol shot at her. The bullet passed straight through. People started calling her the Brown Lady. On a September day in 1936, photographer Indre Shearer stood at the bottom of the staircase as his partner prepared another shot. Shearer suddenly saw something drifting down the steps. A misty, human-shaped figure. He yelled,
"Quick, quick! There's something there."
He fired the flash. His partner didn't see anything, but the camera did. When the film developed, there she was. a translucent figure in the exact shape and location of every eyewitness account. The photo ran in Country Life magazine and instantly became world famous. The brown lady hasn't been seen often since, but every sighting describes the same thing: a woman, a brown dress, a pale glow, moving silently down the staircase she died near. So the real question is, was she walking down those stairs all along? Or was she waiting for someone to finally take her picture?
Terry Clanton isn't just a performer. He's a descendant of the Clanton gang, infamous for their feud that led to the gunfight at the OK Corral. So, in the 1990s, Terry travelled to Boot Hill Graveyard, the burial site of countless violent deaths from the Old West, to take historically accurate black and white cowboy photos. He dressed his friend in 1980s clothing, wide hat, long coat, revolver, and posed him among the headstones. The cemetery was empty, just Terry, his friend, and the camera. When the photos were finally developed at the local thrifty drugstore, Terry flipped through them one by one. Then he saw it. Behind his friend, just to the right, stood a man. But something was wrong. He was thin, still, staring toward the camera. And he wasn't standing normally. His lower body wasn't there. It looked like the man was kneeling, or missing everything below his waist, or rising straight out of the ground. Boot Hill's soil dips in the exact spot where the figure appears. Experts ruled out tampering, reflections, and double exposure, meaning whoever that man was, he wasn't in front of the lens, he was behind it. From somewhere between history and the grave, he never left.